Hey guys, welcome back. I'm back. Got some wire. Let's get start. And I'm gonna just quickly jump in here and quickly finish welding up all the stuff I had. Then I'm gonna get on to working on the hydro bump stop install. That's gonna be a little bit tricky, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna get stuck into it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put the truck on hold for a couple of weeks, so there won't be any content coming out for a couple of weeks unless a miracle happens, but just good news coming. It'll just be a couple of weeks where I'm not able to work on the truck, so bear with me and I'll be back. But for today, I'm going to carry on welding this stuff up and get these hydro bumps in the rear, not the front, because I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do there yet. We'll see. As you saw, I cut the plates, cut 4 of them, obviously 2 for each side in the rear, and what I did was I actually clamped them all together and ground them all down as one so they're all exactly the same, and yeah, that's how I'm mounting my bump stops. Obviously the can's here, and the bump stop's just low enough that I can get the zero loss gauge on the top and fill them up, but basically my good buddy Benji at Ramp Customs gave me a bit of a bump stop lesson on how to mount them. Basically you want them on top of the axle, straight up and down, mount them at full bump like this, and leave a little bit of your axle shaft showing, so that if this is completely bottomed out, you can never ever bottom your shocks out, because if you do bottom your shocks out, you're most likely going to blow the seals up in them, and then you have to replace them or rebuild them, and that's not so fun. So the reason I've done it like this is because it's going to take all the vertical load, and I've made the plate come back and stretch the width of the chassis as well, because there will be a little bit of side load as the axle is getting crossed up. But apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. Just got the bump stop cans to weld in, and I've put a small fish plate on the inside of the chassis rail to take some of the load. I generally like the fish plate, not everyone does, but for stuff like that, it's going to be big impact. You want to spread the load as much as you can, and if you just have 2 plates welded to the chassis, chances are with a big hit it's just going to tear straight out of the really thin chassis rail. So brace it, fish plate it, gusset it if you have to, but yeah, your bump stops do take a lot of load, especially when you're going fast. This thing probably won't go that fast. The terrains that we play in don't really let us go really fast, but the hydro bumps, my ones are a 4-inch, so they're a 2-inch body and a 4-inch stroke, and I'm probably going to have 4 or 5 inches of ride height in the rear, so they're almost going to be touching the whole time. With the 2.0 air shocks, it'll probably work quite well as extra bit of dampening, and it will take up the big hits if we need it to. So yes, I'm going to go call it a night. It's 10 o'clock at night now, and I'm going to come back in the morning feeling fresh, and I'm going to finish this off. So bear with me, I'll be back soon. So, back in the shed today, nice warm day, running around in overalls. As you can see, I got it done. We have hydraulic bump stops installed in the rear. Nice and strong, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I do have the option to add an additional sort of plate gusset across here. I don't think I'll need it. I don't know if it's going to achieve much. But yeah, it was quite a fiddly job, making sure I got them all in the right spot and right heights and everything like that. But yeah, job done. I've mounted it so that the bump stops, as you guys know, are hard down, and there's still enough of my shock that they're not going to bottom out. So yes, on to the next job, which I don't know what that's going to be. Like I said at the start, yeah, we're going to take a break for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 3, hopefully not. I'll try and get into it at some point, but yeah, big news coming and good news coming, so bear with us and we shall be back in a couple of weeks. I don't know what you're going to do in the meantime, but you're going to have to figure it out. But I will be back and we'll get some more work done on the Project Tight Squeeze. Thanks for watching, and if you would like to subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you don't, well, that's also good too. Thanks for watching.